This is Countryside News Channel, your official online and cable news channel, giving you the latest information from the province of Lanao del Norte. Countryside News Channel. CS News Channel. News Flash.
Mr. Speaker, the next member who will interpolate the sponsor is the Honorable Khalid Dimaporo of the 1st District of Lanao del Norte.
The representative from the 1st District of Lanao del Norte, Honorable Khalid Dimaporo, is recognized to interpolate the sponsor.
Mr. Speaker, will the Honorable Sponsor allow me to ask a few questions?
Gladly, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, my request is really just more of support from the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Last year, actually early this year, my province was hit really hard. We're hit really hard by Typhoon Vinta. And in Typhoon Vinta, more than 100 of my constituents were killed. And we spent the New Year's, the Christmas, digging for bodies. Whenever I visit my constituents, my hometown of Tubod, it smells like dead bodies. That's our experience last year. And when we prepare for disaster, we always guide ourselves through the hazard mapping. That's more or less our Bible in the LGU. And who we rely on, the technicians that we rely on the hazard maps, are the DENR. Unfortunately, in Lanao del Norte, that was not part of our hazard map, which is natural. We've had this confirmed. Now, that part of Lanao del Norte, at the top, I don't know what it was called, there was loose mud, loose boulders, and for some reason, when Typhoon Vinta came in, there's a big surge of rain, and it flushed all of that mud and boulders down, and it hit all of the villages passing by, and trapped all of the people underneath several meters of landslide. We learned from that, and we tried to move on. But at the same time also, in terms of LGUs, preparing for disasters, we do not only learn from our own experiences. We also should learn from the experiences of others. And that's why I'd like to ask the support of the Honorable Sponsor by relaying this to the DENR. What happened in Cebu is something different. Our experience in Binta, that was natural, a natural calamity. In Cebu, that is a man-made calamity. You cannot blame the mountain for being too soft after it has been mined. So I'd like to ask DENR, because I know the good secretary who is under the command of our president, to look at all of the quarries nationwide and assess them to also help us in our region. Tingnan natin, lahat ng mga quarries. Will they also be a threat to the people living in the vicinity? Let us also learn from what happened in Cebu, and let us not make that mistake happen again. That's my only manifestation, Mr. Speaker. And I request the support of the Honorable Sponsor that, at the very least, in my region, in my province, all quarries, regardless of what size, large scale, medium scale, small scale, micro scale, will be assessed, and we will know whether or not it will be a hazard to the people living nearby. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. You have my support, Your Honor, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Dimaporo. Majority Leader.
This is Countryside News Channel, your official online and cable news channel, giving you the latest information from the province of Lanao del Norte. Countryside News Channel.